truly privileged to be part of this great organization. As I was sworn into the Lok Sabha in the year 2019, there was a great expectation that I had, thinking that as a member of parliament, we will have a lot of relevance, a lot of things that we as members of that great house would be able to contribute to the nation for our people. But unfortunately, we miss the likes of Sri P.A. Sangma, who made the house so lively, who involved everybody and allowed everybody to get a chance to speak. And I think that environment was absolutely not available. And so as a member of the Lok Sabha, this is one thing that I oftentimes regretted. My party, the Naga People's Party, had supported the NDA, and we, particularly in the NDA meetings, used to come together as many of us, especially those of us who are from smaller states. We had only 1 or 2 MPs represented in the great house of democracy. And we spoke as individuals, we raised issues as individuals, and oftentimes our voices were just drowned. There was no way that we could carry forward to the masses. And of course in the NDA meetings, it was not under camera, so nobody else knew. But because we were small, we were not really considered as important. The great party would just drown us and then would vanish in thin air. Even in the house of the parliament, sometimes we'd like to speak, but before we are even just beginning, in 2 minutes, we are unable to say much. And even that also, our time is cut short oftentimes. And whatever questions we'd like to raise in the house, whatever things that we put forward, they were never, in the lottery, it never came out. Oftentimes, the start questions or unstart, it would mostly appear as unstart questions, and then, our voices were not heard.
Sorry, Sri Lorho Ploze is not just a political leader, but I should say he's a very close friend. We have been associated for quite some time, and I've seen him in parliament, I've seen him in the politics of Manipur, especially in outer Manipur areas, and I've really, been a person who's very fond of him, I should say. And I'm sure when you heard him speak, I'm sure you also felt the same thing. That he spoke from the heart. He's very, very genuine and very, very transparent person. And I think the biggest quality that Dr. Lorho has, Mr. Lorho has, is that he is a figure, especially in a state like Manipur, which has got even more complicated, communities and different, you can say, situations that are there compared to any other state in the Northeast. He is a person who is widely acceptable by all communities in all across the state of Manipur, and that I think is his biggest quality. And there's a reason why he's acceptable, is because he is somebody who is, as I mentioned, very, very transparent, a person who is very genuine in what he does. And people have a lot of trust and a lot of faith in him. I'm sure that in the elections, if he had been given the ticket, I'm sure he would have won. The NPF at that point in time decided, in their wisdom, to not give ticket to him, and they gave it to somebody else. But that's the past, and here we are at the receiving end in one way, that we are getting the outcome of the decision that had been taken earlier. And as I said, I have respect for the party in which Dr. Lorho was before, and now he is with us. NPF leaders also are very close to me, And we have communicated also with everybody that if Dr. Lorho wishes to join us. And as I said, this is a big political impact in the state of Manipur, which we will see because 2027 is the elections there in Manipur, and our team in Manipur is preparing very hard, realizing the overall opportunities and the kind of vacuum that is there in the state of Manipur right now as we speak. The contributions of every individual will matter, and I'm sure that Mr. Lorho will have a very important role to play in the overall politics of Manipur. And once again, I, on behalf of the family of the National People's Party, would like to take this opportunity to welcome him to the family of the National People's Party.